Hey everybody, welcome to F21. This is the updated version. For those of you who don't know me yet, Mark is a magical math man, and he showed me some, well, to put it bluntly, a lot easier ways to do the math than I was doing. So I'm going to share that with you, which means I'm redoing some of these videos. So all I ask today is please be patient with me. I haven't done any videos since last spring, and it's been a while. It took me, not going to complain, but it's been about an hour trying to figure out how to get everything going. So hopefully this works, and I will see you at the end of the video. Oh, and by the way, this is no longer the right link. Okay, so we're talking about compound interest. And before, excuse me, we were just doing the plain old, the amount at the end is equal to the principal times 1 plus I to the n. Okay, which looks a lot like simple interest. But basically, this was how much we had at the end, and we had the principal and the interest and the number of, adjusted interest and adjusted number of time periods. Okay, so now we're going to do it slightly different. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to solve for P. Okay, so I'm just going to do the quick math so I can say I did it and it makes me happy, but we're going to end up with this formula. So if we have this and we want to get the P all by itself, all we need to do is divide by this. And we go like this, because, you know, that whole golden rule of math, whatever you do to one side, you have to do the other. This disappears. And if I flip it, it looks all pretty like that. So this is basically asking a question. How much do I have to invest like now to end up with a certain amount based on my interest and time periods and compounding and all that stuff? All right. So now I have to think to make this work. I think I'm going to do this practice first, and then I'll put the keying sequence in. Okay. Just because I don't want to screw it up and have to redo my video. Got my handy dandy kit. Oops. Put it over there so we're not in the glare. If you ever decide to buy a calculator, these ones are lovely. EL520X. Works like a darn. Okay, so all I need to do, it's pretty straightforward, is I literally just type it in, and we'll see if it works. And hold on while I change my page in my book, because if I get the number wrong, I need to stop. I know what the answer is supposed to be. So 5,000 divided by bracket. Okay, so this big line acts as a set of super brackets. So I'm going to put open a bracket. So essentially, it looks like that. So it's going to be weird. 1 plus 0.025. Close my bracket. Now we need the exponent key. And remember, the exponent key is going to be either the caret, or it might be x to the y. Some of them it's y to the x. It's usually one of those three. So on this calculator, it's y to the x. Can't see it. Not very good lighting here. Sorry. But it's y to the x. And then I put in 15. And then I close my brackets. And if I'm lucky, woohoo, I get around $3,000, which is what it's supposed to be. Okay, so remember, if you can remember that this is A, the amount at the end, P better be smaller than that, right? I need to invest some money, and I want it to grow to be $5,000. So P, and this is where the magic happens because we do it all on one step on the calculator, and I get 345.2.327. Okay, and as always, I always carry an extra decimal place because somebody's going to ask me about rounding. and that way I don't have to recopy it. So $3,452. Now I need this. I need 2 decimal places, right? We're talking about money, 2 decimal places. This 7 is going to make that go up. Put a little dollar sign. Okay. So the only thing I can remember is P needs to be smaller. So that's a reasonable answer. And I also just checked my answer key and we're golden. Okay. So our keying sequence. What did I just write in my calculator? It was, ooh, sorry, got to think here. I'm going to do it for the question and then I'll put the letters in. That makes sense. So stay with it. I'm going to put the question. Okay. I'm not used to this newfangled math. I did 5,000 divided by bracket and then bracket, right? Because basically this one says I'm dividing by all the stuff on the bottom. I need everything that's down there. 1, whoopsie, 0, whoops, it was right. 1 plus 0.025. And then we did, there's my caret button. I don't have a caret button, but that's the easiest one to draw today. 15, and then closed my bracket. Sorry about the mess. And that's a plus sign. Okay, so we start with it. Going to work backwards here. So this is my A. So P is equal to, we take the A and we divide it by 1 plus I, the N, and then I need a set of brackets there and a set of brackets there. Now, you can experiment with your specific calculator. This works on mine. And I know some of the calculators are a little fussy. So you might find you don't need that extra set of brackets, but I think it'll work on every single calculator if we do it that way. Okay? Just for funsies, I just want to see if mine will work without it. 5,000 divided by bracket 1 plus 0.025. Close my bracket, exponent 15. Yeah, I got the same answer. Okay. Another shortcut, 5,000 divided by 1.025. Because in my head, I can add those things together. It's always going to be 1 point, whatever the other stuff is, XY 15, and I get that too. So to me, that's a lot easier, but I know on every single calculator, this one will work. Okay, so what I need you to do is take a pause and give this, pause the video, try it yourself. And honestly, I would see whether you need that extra set of brackets because it's going to be up to you to decide what you're going to put in your formula sheet so that it works with your calculator. Please keep track of your calculators. Don't borrow mine the day of the exam because it might not be exactly as yours. All right, cool. Okay, I'm going to assume you're back. So P, it feels so weird that there's not all these steps that I'm supposed to be doing. So hold on. Here's the calculator. There. Now we're not in the glare. I think I need a new calculator so you guys can see the buttons. All right. 2250.50 divided by, I'm just going to use the double brackets. 1 plus 0.03, close my brackets, exponent. See on my calculator, gives me a little caret doodad on the actual button. You probably can't see, but it's an extra line. I don't know why it does that, but I'm going to stop talking now. 10, close my bracket, bloop, and I get 1674.58, which is what the answer is in the book. 1674.58, right? Okay, I'll do it the same way all the time. P is equal to 1674.58 because this 3 isn't going to do anything to that one. And I should have underlined this one. And a dollar sign. And really the only quick check I can do on this question is, yep, it's smaller than that number up there. So this is only the second year that I've been using these altered formulas. So I'll talk to you more later, but basically what I'd want to see is I'd want to see the formula. When you're doing the question, I want to see the formula. I want to see your variables, and I'll do that on the question at the bottom right away, and have it all set up, right? Put the numbers in where this goes, and then I guess you can give me the final answer. I don't know. I got to work on that. So ignore this part. Whatever I say in class is going to be what we do. Usually last year, I made them show me this, so I know what you're doing. Anywho, one more question down here. So again, pause the video. I'm just going to say, you guys can tell I'm out of practice, right? And I may or may not have had some caffeine this morning. Anyway, here we go. So we're going to go. Where's a good spot for the calculator? There it is. Oh, that's better. There we go. Okay. It's going to move me down there. All right. So we got 10,000. 1, 2, 3. Divide by bracket. 1 plus 1. Nope. 0. Oh, never mind. It's all messed up. Some people are really clever and know how to use their delete buttons on this. I keep forgetting how to use it. Try it again. 10,000 divided by bracket. 1 plus 0.04. Close my bracket. Exponent, right? See the XY key there? 24. Close my bracket. Hit the button. And I get $3,901.21. So 3P is equal to 3901.214. 3901.21. So P is equal to that. Cool. Matching my answer key. Life is good. All right, one more. Let's actually do some of this. Here's a question. Okay, so this is what it's all about, is how much do I have to put in now at a certain interest rate and compounding and all that stuff to have a certain amount at the end. So I don't know, maybe you're saving up to go on a wickedly good trip when you graduate. Maybe you're saving up for some kind of a down payment on a house. I don't know. Okay. But you're saving up for something and you're going to put a little bit away at a time, because most of the time you can't just go buy a car outright. You need to put some money away, at least for a while. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to start like this. Down. There we go. All right. How much does Emma need to invest now in a compound saving account that earns 1.2% per year, compounded quarterly, to have $5,000 in 10 years? Okay, I'm going to be lazy. I know 1.2 divided by 100 divided by, what are we going to divide by? Oh, I'm set up practice. I should be dividing by 4 because it's quarterly. I'm going to do my math in a second. I'm just going to set everything up. And at the same time, I'm going to do my N, because that's my time period. So it's 10 years times 4. Oh yeah, I know this is 40. Right? And I say this a bazillion times. If I write this up, then I know that this line up all pretty and reminds me that those two numbers are supposed to be the same. For the interest, it's divide. For the time, it's multiply. And now I need to do 1.2 divide by 100. Divide by 4. There you go. 0.003. As I look over here, I'm going checking my answer key over there. We're good. Now, this money that we have here, these two are always going to be in dollars. But is that 5,000 at the end or 5,000 at the start? I'm hoping you're knowing it's $5,000 at the end, because that's what this one's about. Okay, when you're finding P, put your question mark there. It's how much do I need to invest now to get $5,000 in 10 years? Now, before I go any further, where should my answer be? Should be less than 5,000, right? We're assuming we're going to make money. The bank's going to be just lovely. So it should be less than that. I don't know how much, but it should definitely be less than 5,000. So now I'm going to put my formula. P is equal to A 1 plus I N. So that's 1 mark. So my A is 5,000 goes up here. 1 plus 0.03 goes there, and the 40 goes there. So set it up. Formula, plug it in. And at this point, just listen to what I say in class. I'm not sure how this is going to get marked quite yet. Because, yeah, I'm just going to stop talking. 5,000 divided by brackety. 1 plus 0.03. Close my bracket. Did I get that right? Did I lose some zeros along the way? I did. Dang it. I always do that. So be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. See, I need this and I need this. Let me start that again. Always check those percents. Let's try it again. 5,000 divided by brackety. 1 plus 0.003. Much better. Close my bracket. Exponent. My little caret doodad. 40. Close my bracket. And ta-da! Yes. Okay, so P is equal to 4,435.398. $4,435.40. Because I need this. So bloop. That makes that 9 go up, which then also makes the 3 turn into a 40. And put a dollar sign in there. Yay! First video. Thanks for joining me. There'll be more new ones. Have a great day.